Now, I want to talk about the renewable energy evangelists who are just gagging for net zero. It has to happen. It has to happen. And we've got Prime Minister Scott Morrison saying any net zero target in this nation will be set by Australians, not by the eco-warriors, unelected bureaucrats over at the UN. He said that the targets will be set by Australians, the Australian Cabinet, for Australian needs, and will make our Australian way. But I've got to start with you, Matt. Isn't any setting of a net zero target inherently caving in to the climate evangelists, no matter how you try to frame it?
I think it is, Rita, and while I welcome the PM's characterisation, I think that's just a tautology. We absolutely should make any policy based on the interests of Australians. That's what we are elected to do. Indeed, we take an oath to do that when we get sworn in to the Senate or the House of Representatives. But it does cut against the point that was made by the Treasurer, Josh Frydenberg, just a week and a half ago. Josh got up, and I've been critical of him, got up and gave a speech saying that, well, we need to adopt net zero because all these global banks won't give us money unless we do. Now, I thought Josh and I were elected to make our laws, not the bankers at Blackstone, not the bankers at Morgan Stanley, and we should never outsource our sovereign right to determine the laws of this country to other nations, because maybe, I mean, I don't think he's actually right that there'll be some sort of capital strike and we'll have interest rates going through the roof. But there's another way we could reduce interest rates. If that's what we wanted to do, we could sign up to the Belt and Road Initiative tomorrow. We could sign up to China's infrastructure plan. We'd have lots of capital, lots of Chinese communist capital coming into this country. That would lower interest rates and, yippee-yah, it would be great, wouldn't it, for everybody? Of course we shouldn't do that. We're not doing that for the right reasons, but the same principle applies here. That just as we don't want communist banks dictating what should happen in Australia, I don't want globalist banks doing that either. And we should reject this policy because it's bad for Australia, it's bad for our national interest, it's going to do nothing to help the environment.